Alright guys, I'm back for the news today, and I was up really late last night as I normally am. I had to drink I drank some morning coffee. But real talk here guys, it seems like the AI overlords have spoken. PlayStation 5 Pro is happening. I'm mostly joking, but really not. I kind of cross-referenced information with ChatGPT through Bing AI, and this is the answer I got. Yes, it seems extremely likely that there will be a PlayStation 5 Pro console that will provide a superior specification and updated form factor compared to the base PS5 console. According to some rumors, Sony is actively developing a PS5 Pro and is targeting a late 2024 release. However, it's important to note that these are just rumors and nothing has been officially confirmed by Sony yet. And this is just after, so I just decided to ask the AI this question because there was another thing on a patent for a disk drive for a PlayStation 5 model that came out from Sony. So officially, I've been seeing article after article on PlayStation 5 Pro. I think I've went over it in prior videos. So I just thought I'd just ask the AI. You know what I mean? Just see what it says, and it seems to cross-reference a lot of the information I've been noting. Gives a clear answer on that, saying yeah, it's most likely going to happen. Did the same thing with the Xbox, although there's even less information on that, so I kind of just avoided that one. But to be real here, if Sony's doing it, the Xbox is probably going to do it too. But I thought I'd just have some fun with that one. But anyways, real talk, let's get into the news. Okay, here we go. Star Wars Jedi Survivor slammed on Steam over performance issues. 2/3 of reviews are currently negative. And it's kind of across the board here. They said negative rating on Steam was 31% of 1,216 users recommending it. Though to be fair, any game released in today's age, I expect not to come out in good conditions. So this is really no surprise to me. Game is extremely fun, but performs terribly, said Steam user Dr. Taco Chocolates. I'm using a 3090 Fe and 5700X. Getting a consistent 30 FPS in some areas, over other areas give me mostly consistent 45. This is a 1440p. Okay. Running Survive on an RTX 4090 AMD Radeon 9 saw it crash not only itself but entire PC, they said. Running 4090 with Epic. They said this is probably going to have a day one patch, both for consoles and for PC. I was looking at something about that, but probably a good thing I chose to get the physical copy for the thing, because I'm not going to have it immediately, so. Other users have said that the performance issues are mitigated once the player moves on from the first main area of the game. However, after first world it ran perfectly fine, said the Steam user bike. Another user AI Falchi said story and combat compensates the lack of performance in the first area. And I think this is a optimization issue, which means it was probably not optimized good for the PC especially. I'm not saying that there aren't problems with the consoles. I wouldn't know because I don't have the game yet, so yeah, it seems like to be more of an issue with the PC from the looks of it. I'm just speculating here, but there are also users experiencing no issues currently. Oh, whoops. 3 hours into the game and haven't had any stuttering while playing on a 3070, said Glinder99 on Steam. Not sure if I got lucky or what, but I have been loving the game. Okay. It may be the hardware choices that some people made here too. I have no idea what hardware everybody has in their computer, so you know. Let's just say if you're running a mid-range computer, you're probably gonna have some problems. And it's not because your hardware is not good enough to handle it. I think it's just they optimized it. The optimization for this thing. I'm gonna take a guess. I don't really play a lot of PC games, so I can't really confirm that. And so, you know, moving on here. Sony files a patent application for a disk drive mechanism fueling new PlayStation 5 model rumors, and as I mentioned a second ago, I literally asked Bing AI about the same question, because I've been seeing article after article after article about PlayStation 5 Pro rumors. PlayStation 5 Pro, is it happening? PlayStation 5 Pro. I keep seeing them one after another every freaking couple months, and I'm kind of getting sick of not knowing the answer. So I decided to ask our AI overlords, as I said in the beginning of this video. It tells the whole fucking story here. Excuse my French. A report last year claimed a detachable disk drive for the PlayStation 5 was in the works, and now we're seeing the patents. And I am well aware that filing patents doesn't guarantee that they're going to use them for anything, but they're filing them, which means they have some reason for filing them. Sony has filed a patent application for a new disk drive, fueling rumors that the company is working on a PlayStation 5 with a removable disk drive. And this is one of the consoles, and I think I mentioned in a prior video, I can see them eliminating the current two consoles on the market currently, and just opting for a PlayStation 5 digital edition with a disc drive. And maybe an upgraded model, which they've been working on, to replace the current disc drive model. Which, might I add, may be the PlayStation 5 Pro. Because why else would they keep, like, it's going to end up replacing the two that we currently have on the market. Because it makes sense. Because they don't want to oversaturate the market. And seeing as they're already working on this disk drive model anyways, they're going to release them at the same time, I think is what's going to happen here. That's what this is evidence is pointing to that, so you know what I mean? And the AI seems to think so too, so just to get a second brain in here, on here, obviously not human, but still. Well, it gives you vague answers, but beside the point. The point part is it took all the information on the internet and basically came up with the same answer I did. I don't know. You tell me what you guys think. The AI seems to think so. 2024, let's wait and see. Alright, on to the next one. Dead Island 2 sells more than 1 million units in 3 days. Oh, this game, it was going to be pretty good when it came out, so... the reviews on this I mentioned on Twitter. I had a tweet that I posted. Said that I watched a lot of reviews on it. I'm not going to buy it, but from the looks of the reviews, it was pretty good. Deep Silver and Dambuster Studios announced that Dead Island 2 has sold over 1 million copies. Within the first 3 days of release, Dead Island 2 has won fans from around the world, with countless players snapping up a copy of the Dead Gorge game in the first 72 hours, Deep Silver said in a press release. Dead Island 2 is available now on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S. Doing pretty good for itself. Twitter, API changes appear to have caused Microsoft to disable Xbox console screenshot sharing, and they've cited, I think, some things with the... I think it costs Microsoft money. Microsoft has yet to give an official reason as to why, but it can only blame the Musk here. It disabled as to why it disabled the functionality, but this move does come following Twitter's API price changes. There you go. March 2023, that could, according to Wired, companies like Microsoft and enterprise package level paying around $42,000 a month for access to 50 million tweets using the API. So yeah, they're screwing other companies, long story short, and that's the reason they did that. Consider API access to use to be free. This is a massive change that Microsoft may not be willing to pay up for. Yeah, you can blame this guy. But anyways, nothing new about that. Twitter just keeps becoming more of a dumpster fire every day. Nintendo confirms its return to Gamescon 2023. So with the death of E3, Gamescon's organizers confirmed that Nintendo will be returning to exhibit at 2023 event following a 4-year absence. We're going to go into the Summer Game Fest here. I'll have to gloss over it because kind of on 11 minutes here, so many more exhibitors will follow in the coming weeks. Stay tuned. So one thing in my problem with the death of E3 is now we got a fractured group of events across months that I have to keep up with now. You know what I mean? And most people that want to know everything about the current gaming news and gaming will have to keep up with. So now you got Nintendo Directs, you got Xbox's Directs, you got possible Bethesda, Xbox, whatever they're doing. You got Gamescom, some of these smaller events, bigger events, and now they're all over the place, and now you gotta keep track on dates for everything, you know what I mean? Where E3, you had that one event where everything showed up, and it's annoying, I'll just say that. So yeah, that's the state of things in the gaming news department. But, you know, at least you know where to go. You know, you go to Xbox YouTube channel, you go to Nintendo YouTube channel for the Directs, you go to PlayStation channel for the state of plays. But then all the niche ones like these, you know, with the big events that used to be big events, I don't know, Gamescom, I don't know how they do that. YouTube, they normally give you the information ahead of time, but, you know, it's a pain in the ass when it happens, you know what I mean? Nintendo had reportedly notable absence from Gamescom 2019 after which COVID-19 pandemic forced the event show to adopt a digital-only format for the next 2 years, and it's still digital, by the way, which is set to run from August 22nd to 27th. So when the Summer Games Fest happens, pretty much a couple months later, or this is a couple weeks later, this is going to happen, not months. So, good to know. Competition and Markets Authority blocks Xbox Activision Blizzard deal, and they cited cloud streaming. This was news from this week, and I'm just now getting into it now because I only do my news on Friday. Effectively, I don't really care when I get it out, just as long as I notify people that it's happening. And UK Government's Competition and Markets Authority has moved to prevent Xbox acquisition of Activision Blizzard. They cited the cloud because Xbox has a unique advantage in this market that they'll eventually end up monopolizing everything. That's basically the argument they gave. Microsoft claimed that they have little understanding on the clouds, but the cloud and how it works and the deals that they've been signing, which are true. They're trying to sign deals with other cloud streaming services, with the intention of letting the IP flow everywhere that they own, including Call of Duty, you know, Nvidia's streaming service, all that. And with good reason, the CMA is to be worried. But to be fair, even if you have an advantage in the cloud streaming market, just look no further than Google Stadia. With Google's cloud streaming, they ducked out pretty quick. You know, they had an advantage too in cloud. Tried to do Stadia, they were just missing the gaming aspect. And they've proven that even if you have an advantage in a specific market, there's still no guarantee that you'll take over and dominate. So, yeah. Whether the CMA is worried about that for good reason, Lord may never know here. But, you know, I don't know here. I don't know what the right answer is. To be honest with you, I could care less at this point if Call of Duty gets gobbled up by Microsoft or not. In fact, it may be a good thing because they were talking in an article over here I'm going to get into that the price may raise on Game Pass if Call of Duty is gobbled up by Microsoft. So, you know, because it adds more value to the service, and it would do disjustice if they didn't raise the price more. So, I don't know what the right answer is here. And, you know, maybe the deal failing is not a bad thing in the end, you know. Of course, Microsoft will have to pay a $3 billion fee for the cancellation fee for the court system for the deal not going through. But they get all their money back that they spend on this company, this juggernaut of a behemoth of a gaming studio, and they can just use that to reinvest back in the Game Pass, which, might I add, is sorely kind of needed at this point in time. So, you know, get their priorities straight, maybe try another time in the future to buy this thing back up. I don't know. This is no right or wrong answer here. I'm just saying. I'm just citing things that I saw Mr. Matty Plays mention that I probably would have completely overlooked if I didn't watch his video. So, credit to that guy and that handsome devil on the internet. CMA says Nintendo platforms aren't technically capable of running Call of Duty IGN fix. See, these, mostly regulators, especially seeing as I live in the United States, and for the most part, regulators seem to be a bunch of idiots and write bad laws and legislation. Look no further than the United States Congress currently right now. But, for the most part, they're pretty knowledgeable about this stuff, and they actually got me surprised. It's a well-known fact that Nintendo isn't strong enough to play a lot of the more modern titles when it comes to Call of Duty, you know what I mean? Maybe older platforming titles like Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, the originals. So I'm actually surprised they know that. CMA says if Microsoft acquires Activision Game Pass, more expensive. Yep, this is what I was saying. Even a modest price increase would outweigh the benefits of the merger, says regulators. Yep. More details have come to light about the decision that halt Microsoft acquisition Blizzard from the recent UK Competition and Markets Authority CMA, along with the extensive examination of Microsoft's current business practices and plans, including its advantage in cloud computing. The CMA also raised concerns about how an increased library of video games content could potentially open the door for Microsoft to make things more costly for consumers. Yes, that could definitely happen. They were already talking about raising the price of Game Pass already, and with this deal, they may decide to raise it higher if it passes, even higher than what they planned. I have no actual proof that they may do this or not. I'm just saying, when the government agencies are saying this, especially in other countries, it's... My trust in the U.S. legal system at this point is at an all-time low. But anyways, point taken. The report, the CMA detailed that adding new games in Microsoft's library wasn't the issue, but rather how having Activision games specifically, such as Call of Duty, would influence the catalog. And yes, a lot of value there. Anyways, moving on. The Division 2 on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X is unlikely, as developers won't leave last-gen players behind. This is a studio choice. They don't want to make the Division 2 on the new consoles because they see it as leaving the people behind on the older consoles. Studio by studio choice, they make their own decisions. So don't expect Division 2 on the new consoles. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty confirms gameplay blowout this summer. This is talking about posted on Twitter, the Summer Game Fest, June 8th. Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty will be a feature piece in this event. IGN Summer of Gaming 2023 returns this June 8th. I'll try to keep this up to date for you guys and post it whenever I see the information on when this is happening for, when it comes close to the event. You know how that goes. June 8th right here, so. Moving on. Armored Core 6 Files of Rubicon arrives this August. This is at Mecha Game by the same creators of the Dark Souls series and Elden Ring, and, comes out in August. We have an official date here. August 25th, 2023. So, there you go. Any news I don't get here, guys, we're going to end this video here. I'm going to post on my Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. As always, sources used in the video will be in the description below. Drop me a like and subscribe. If you like my videos, please ring the bell. I'd greatly appreciate it. Any news I don't get here, I'll post on my Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.